Very good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to start chapter 4, that is your analytical chemistry. This is the name of the chapter, analytical chemistry. Now, the word analytical chemistry means analysis of salt to find out the composition of the salt, that which are the elements which are present in the salt and their percentage. Now there are two types of analysis in chemistry. One is qualitative, another one is quantitative. So we have to focus on this qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis means detection of metallic cations and anions present in the salt. In your syllabus, it is about the detection of metallic cations, that is are also known as basic radicals. Metallic cations are also known as basic radicals. So we will discuss about the detection of metallic cations in the unknown salt sample, and the reagent which we will use here, that is sodium hydroxide solution. Basically three reagents are there by which we can find out the cations in the unknown salt sample: sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. But today we will focus only on sodium hydroxide solution, that how with the help of sodium hydroxide solution we can find out the metallic cation in the salt. I want to discuss 5 metallic cations today. The first one is copper, Cu2 positive. Second is ferrous, Fe2 positive. Third is ferric, Fe3 positive. Fourth is zinc, Zn2 positive. And fifth one is lead, Pb2 positive. So I am going to discuss about the detection of copper cation, Cu2 positive, ferrous cation, Fe2 positive, ferric cation, Fe3 positive, zinc cation, Zn2 positive and lead cation, Pb2 positive. In this case, we can find out the metallic cation in the unknown salt sample, not the anion. It means with the help of this test, we can find out that the salt is of which particular metal. For example, there are different sorts of copper, copper sulfate, copper carbonate, copper nitrate. But with the help of this test, we can only find out the copper cation in the salt, not the anion. So how we have to perform? Let's start with copper. First of all, we have to prepare the aqueous solution of the unknown salt sample. Aqueous solution is that solution which is made in water. So to give you a proper example, here I am writing like you are having copper sulfate salt and you are not aware whether the salt is of copper sulfate or not. You have to test it. So first of all, you have to prepare its aqueous solution in water. Take that solution in a test tube and then add sodium hydroxide solution, a little amount of sodium hydroxide solution. So when you will add a little amount of sodium hydroxide solution, if you will obtain a blue color precipitate, that is insoluble substance which is left after the reaction, then it confirms the presence of copper cation in the salt. And how? For this you can see the reaction also, like CuSO4 plus NaOH, it will give CuOH twice plus Na2SO4. So this CuOH twice is of blue color, and with the help of this downward arrow we can show the formation of precipitate. So like this we can find out the presence of copper cation in the unknown salt sample. Come to the next one. The second one is about ferrous, where valency of iron is 2, Fe2 positive. And next one is ferric, where valency of iron is 3. We used to write Fe3 positive. So for this, See, physically if you want to differentiate between ferrous salt and ferric salt, you can see the color. Ferrous salts are generally light in color, light green in color, and ferric salts reddish brown in color. But that is a preliminary idea. You have to confirm it. Just seeing the color, you cannot find out whether it is of ferrous or it is of ferric. So you have to perform the test. You have to analyze the salt. So again, same thing, make the aqueous solution of the salt which is to be tested. Suppose you are not aware it is of ferrous or ferric or whatever, add NaOH. There are two conditions. If green color precipitate will be there, then the salt is of ferrous. If green color precipitate is there, then the salt is of ferrous, and if reddish brown precipitate will be there, the salt is of ferric. So just by seeing the color of the precipitate, you can find out that the salt is of ferrous or it is of ferric. In case of this, it is FeOH twice, and in case of this, it is FeOH thrice. Now one important point which I would like to discuss, that is in case of copper hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide and ferric hydroxide. All these precipitates are insoluble in excess of sodium hydroxide solution. This is very important point which you have to keep in your mind, that whether it is copper hydroxide or it is ferrous hydroxide or it is ferric hydroxide, all these are insoluble in excess of sodium hydroxide solution. Now moving to the next one, that is how you will find out whether the salt sample is of zinc or not, because basically zinc and lead salts are white in color. So how will you differentiate between them? Both the color are white, so you have to perform the test. Fourth one is for zinc. For zinc cation Zn2 positive. Prepare the aqueous solution of the salt. I am giving you example here. Suppose you are having with you zinc sulfate or any other salt of zinc with valency 2 positive. Aqueous solution which is made in water, add NaOH. Now in this case, the observation will be gelatinous white. Gelatinous white, not simply white, gel-like white precipitate will be formed. So that gelatinous white precipitate will confirm the presence of zinc cation in that salt.